Alright, here's what just happened. Blake Lively has faced yet another major embarrassment after the judge rejected her urgent request to have her exploding legal fees covered. And that wasn't the only blow. Reports say the judge grew visibly irritated after learning Blake had made a startling threat regarding the unpaid costs of her attorneys.
They were bad decisions that Blake and Ryan got charged a lot of money for.
The judge just ruled that he doesn't want to see any more evidence, or he doesn't want to hear more arguments from Blake Lively on how she should recover these attorneys' fees from Justin Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties. It's pretty obvious where he stands at this point.
The narrative has flipped entirely, and I truly mean entirely. While Blake Lively appeared on red carpets, presenting herself as the injured party, behind the scenes, she was taking actions that finally pushed a federal judge past his limit. Not only had she already lost the lawsuit, but she was allegedly pressuring other women connected to the case, attempting to make them responsible for her mounting legal expenses. Let that sink in for a moment. The same person who publicly claimed she was defending survivors was reportedly using legal pressure against individuals without her level of wealth, influence, or famous spouse. She allegedly targeted PR professionals, witnesses, and anyone standing in her path, all in a last-ditch effort to make someone else shoulder the staggering bills she accumulated while pursuing a case against a man who refused to meet her demands.
But when you want to parade around and call a loss a victory, this is your attempt to do so. It seems like more nonsense from Ms. Lively.
The legal clash between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni reportedly consumed around $60 million in combined legal expenses. Even by Hollywood standards, that is an extraordinary sum. It's an enormous financial drain poured into a courtroom fight. A federal judge had already signaled she was unlikely to win. When you really stop and think about it, the scale feels unbelievable. She kept spending not to secure victory, but simply to continue the fight, unwilling to consider that she might have been mistaken. For more than a year, Judge Lewis Lyman in New York handled an avalanche of filings, accusations, responses, and endless disputes that refused to slow down. Eventually, a settlement was reached that ended the primary case just days before trial. For most people, that would have marked closure and a chance to move forward, but she did not stop there. After the settlement, she kept pursuing attorney fees from Justin, his production company, Wayfarer Studios, and multiple public relations figures tied to the case. Recovering that money became her new focus, and that relentless pursuit is what ultimately tested the judge's patience.
Too much money and your lawyers just keep charging, you're not really paying attention, and then suddenly you realize, oh wait, those lawyers were actually doing really terrible things here.
The judge, clearly worn down and frustrated, told Blake Lively's legal team to ease up. He made it clear he didn't need more last-minute letters or extra information before issuing a decision. The court expressed anger over repeated late-night filings and what appeared to be the court system being used for personal motives. These submissions didn't look like routine legal paperwork. They appeared designed to overwhelm the opposing side, and the judge recognized it. Some filings arrived extremely late, even close to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, the sort of move that would normally cause serious trouble for junior attorneys because it can appear desperate or questionable. Yet this tactic seemed to be used as pressure. Many documents stretched to 72 pages, heavily redacted, with only a handful of pages focused on actual claims, while the rest felt like legal noise meant to exhaust the opposition. To many observers, that imbalance suggested the case had shifted away from justice toward retaliation. But the judge's frustration didn't stop there. He also took issue with attempts to push other women tied to the case to help cover attorney fees. That step crossed a line he would not ignore. Reports say tensions rose as pressure was allegedly directed at female PR professionals and witnesses, asking them to help pay legal costs. The judge viewed this as misuse of the legal system to intimidate individuals without comparable financial power. In his view, this was no longer a fight for justice, but a wealthy celebrity using legal avenues against people unable to fight back.
There's no way, is Blake thinking by any chance that if she is successful in 47-1, that all of her legal fees, all $70 million or whatever it was for all, and he only dismissed the Baldoni countersuit.
Take a moment to consider that. Publicly, she was speaking to the media about being a courageous survivor, challenging a powerful figure. Yet behind closed doors, she was allegedly attempting to financially devastate female PR executives and pushing female witnesses to revise their accounts so they aligned with her narrative. That behavior contradicts the image she promoted. The late-night filing pattern wasn't random either. It appeared deliberate. Submitting documents at 11 p.m. Eastern meant opposing counsel had minimal time to respond before morning deadlines. 72-page filings, filled with redactions, concealed details, while forcing the other side to spend countless hours reviewing them. The judge saw through the tactic, recognizing an effort to make the process so costly and exhausting the opposition might simply give in and cover the bills. But strategies like that only succeed when the other side lacks resources to resist. And in this situation, Justin clearly had the means to fight back.
Now they've switched the focus of this case from being SH. They're calling the 47.1 the core issue of this case.
Blake Lively's effort to recover these massive legal expenses leaned heavily on a relatively new California law known as Civil Code Section 47.1, officially titled the Protecting Survivors from Weaponized Defamation Lawsuits Act, introduced in 2023 in response to the Me Too movement. It's important to understand that the intent of this legislation was to shield genuine victims from defamation suits when they speak out about misconduct. It was designed to support people who were harmed and silenced, allowing them to share their experiences without facing financial ruin from retaliatory lawsuits. Under the law, qualifying victims can recover attorney fees, treble damages, and punitive damages if they are targeted with retaliation. Blake attempted to apply this statute to compel Justin Baldoni to pay her legal bills, claiming his $400 million countersuit was retaliation for raising workplace concerns. The contradictions quickly became obvious. Many of her claims had already been dismissed, and some incidents she described were later shown to have involved invitations she initiated herself. She also attempted to apply a California law in a New York federal court for a film largely shot in New Jersey, which critics saw as forum shopping. The strategy expanded further when she filed a separate motion in Texas, seeking nearly $800,000 in fees from PR consultant Jed Wallace, again citing California law, despite the case having no clear California connection. To critics, it appeared she was searching for any legal pathway that might force someone else to pay the bills.
According to Nick Shapiro, who handles PR for Lively's camp, he jumped in at that point in the conversation with the political argument. Consider the optics, he said. What if Baldoni, the self-stylized male feminist, became the man who helped strip legal protections from women who report misconduct?
To manage the growing fallout, she turned to high-level crisis professionals, including Nick Shapiro. His public statements argued that if Justin prevailed in the legal fee dispute, it could undermine protections for real victims by framing Blake Lively's financial fight as a broader mission for women everywhere. Her team seemed to be appealing to public emotion and judicial sympathy. The PR strategy didn't stop there. Additional public relations figures, including Leslie Sloan, worked extensively to shape the narrative. During the height of the controversy, her husband Ryan Reynolds was notably absent from many public moments. Earlier, he had been heavily involved in the film's promotion, script adjustments, and marketing through his company, Maximum Effort. Yet as legal developments intensified and scrutiny grew, he appeared to step away from the spotlight surrounding the dispute. Observers noticed the contrast when Blake attended major events alone, while Ryan was seen supporting his sailing team. In Bermuda, the absence sparked speculation about the couple's image and how Hollywood relationships are presented publicly. At the same time, controversy emerged around the Vital Voices Global Partnership, an international nonprofit focused on women's empowerment. The organization awarded Justin the Voices of Solidarity Award in December 2024 for his advocacy work. Shortly afterward, Blake filed a legal complaint, and within weeks the organization revoked the award. Later, social media users noticed Blake followed the organization online, which fueled speculation and debate about the timing of events. The situation intensified public discussion and set the stage for what many described as a tone-deaf moment. At the Met Gala, where the controversy seemed to collide with Hollywood's biggest stage,